Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here. We'll be wrapping up year number 1 in this episode as we missed the playoffs last two episodes with back-to-back losses to the Wild Pigs, finishing at 7-9 in the regular season, which was good enough, I believe, for fourth place in this division. We missed the playoffs by one game as the Sandcats snuck in at 8-8. We wouldn't have had the run differential to make it anyway, so we really needed to win both of our final 2 games against Wild Pigs. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So Herbisaurs went on to win the championship, so our division rivals, who were the number 1 seed, end up winning the title. Great. Still have that to hold over us. So let's take a look at the team and see where we can improve upon it here in the offseason. Obviously, big question, will Steamboat Wassell retire? He is 41 years old. I expect him to, but he might surprise us and come back for one more season. If he does, that would be the last season. I would hold on to him anyway because he did regress late in the season, and he'll probably regress more so next year as well. Question is, if Lupinovic tests, do we bring her back? She did not pitch very well at all this season. I believe she ended up with like the worst ERA in the bullpen besides Farmhand. Didn't really pitch with us this year too much. Yeah, for the players that were with us all season, she had the worst record out of the 3. She also had the worst whip, worst ERA. She had the only loss of the 3 as well. She just, all around, was just hot garbage the entire season. So, is she worth the money that she's going to demand to come back? Will we be able to re-sign Noel or Verde if they both test free agency? Probably not, but we'll see if we can. I would love to re-sign Noel. Verde, if he tests, I'm more willing to let him go because he is 32 years old now. So, and then on the offensive side of things, will Guns Jackman test free agency? He's our star player. Will he want to go to another team? Same with Stockton Brickhouse. What do we do if both of them test? Arguably, I would let Brickhouse go, bring in a younger center fielder. For shortstop, though, Jackman is a very good player. I would want him back. Question is, will I have the money for him? And then for other players, where can we improve the team? Obviously, our bench needs some work. Rocky Backstop's not a great option at backup catcher. Kenneth Korn can't hit. Landon Fair, he didn't get to play at all last year, so I'm willing to hold on to him. Afordo's really just here to field. Bad hop around. Is he a good caliber starting third baseman? No. Could we find a better option to start over him? Sure. Would we hold on to him? Absolutely. He's only 20 years old. If Basquette tests, we need a new left fielder because she's obviously not the answer out there. Red we would like to hang on to him. Graves, he's okay for a few more years. Same with Stiff Bottom and Pitts. Velos is alright to hang on to for at least one more season. But yeah, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered here, so let's not dawdle. Let's jump into it, see who tests free agency here in year 1. Well, that is not someone I expected to see. Ryder McBride into a scandal. Ooh. Now, McBride was hit and miss last year. He had some good outings, but he also had some poor ones as well. So, he's not a requirement to bring back, but I don't know if there's going to be any good options in the free agent department. Okay, let's see who else, because there is more. Stacey Staples retires from the Nemesis, their backup catcher. Wassell does retire at age 42. I expected him to retire, so sad to see him go. He was our closer last year unofficially after Frequin was released early on, but I honestly was expecting him to leave. But no one on the offensive side of things leaves. So we have our core lineup pieces still here for another season. We keep Jackman, we keep Brickhouse, we keep Pitts, we keep Velos and Stiff Bottom and Graves and Reddier. Basquette, I'm not sold on Basquette, so I might let her go anyway. We'll see. Then these guys, it's all about, do we have enough money left over to replace them? And for pitching, are we going to hold on to Mason? Mason didn't do very well at all last season, and he's making $9 million. I want to get rid of him because he got absolutely lit up in his 3 starts. Alright, so let's take a look around the league. Let's see who else tested free agency. Obviously, Sac DeSong is a big one from the Overdogs. Hanley Dexteris from the B-Wolves tests free agency as well. New player, August Jeterson. Okay, that's a shot at Derek Jeter. Nice, nice. Wongo, he tests free agency. McStevens from the Platypi. Hito Moonshada was released near the end of last season, so he's not testing. Mario Mustachio tests free agency from the Buzzards. Hovind Bambino was released last season. Frank Battery, test free agency from the Wild Pigs, the rookie catcher. Jess Fowl from the Sandcats. Candela from the Crocodons. Stokes from the Herbisaurs, test free agency, so she wins the title and is out. Hill from the Blowfish. Run to third from the Crocodons. Ronimus Jackson from the Moose. Dano Yoshida from the Buzzards. Irene Fast from the Moose. Anton Goodwood from the Buzzards, or Overdogs. Harmony Strauss from the Wide Loads. Junior Young Sr. from the Sawteeth. Sting McGee from the Blowfish. Helena Bigsby from the, I want to say, Buzzards. Kobe Kingman from the Beewolves. Perry Quaker from, well, we released him, never mind. No, Perry Quaker's from the Moose. God damn it, why am I getting him confused with frickin' Sturdy Woodman? That's it. Ducci, he goes back into free agency. Stu Burko from the Hot Corners. There's a lot of good names out here. Ooh, Sloop Whoopity from the Buzzards. That's a good one. Alright, but let's look at the positions that we need to fill. Obviously, we need to work on our bullpen. That's where the openings are. Ooh, Slip Sauter, the ace of the Moonstars, tested. Well, the number 2 pitcher, but he should be the ace, really, in my book. Alright, so looking at relievers. Ratherswell is still out there. Nice to see that. Name I recognize. Okay. Garrett Peck, young reliever. Okay, I like him. He could be an option to replace Wassell. Joseph Broseph, test from the Hot Corners. Okay. Maxton Bates. There's McBride again. I might bring McBride back. I'm not sold on letting him go just yet. Ooh, Augustus Martinez was specialist at 19. That is an option right there. Any other young relievers? There's Lou DeBaziz. I mean, in a pinch, he could be signed, but I'm not looking to bring him in just yet. Alright, so we have picked out the relievers we want to look at. Now we also got to do the starters. Let's see here. Camille Sosa. Interesting. But I don't need someone that high. I need someone to replace Mason. Someone like maybe Noah Kaiser would do from the Hot Corners. We could also look at Isaac Bobbert, who is a rookie. Then we got Malia Galindo, B-. Walk prone, no, is a little scary, but I've pitched with pitchers with walk prone before. As long as you throw strikes, you'll be okay. And then we obviously have some long relievers we could look at. The youngest, of course, being Sebastian Morrow, originally from the Buzzards. And Ratherswell is still out there as well, so he is also an option to be signed. Just because I'm familiar with how he pitches, so I do like pitching with him. And I do like that he has 5 pitches. I'm always quite partial to pitchers with 5 pitches. Alright, let's look at other places we could improve the team here. So, backup catcher, obviously, is a spot we could work on. Third base, we could use a third baseman, not going to lie. We don't really need 2 middle infielders. We could use someone to play corner infield, though. So maybe cut either Fair or Fordo and like bring in a corner infielder, like a third baseman, to start over Brown, maybe. And then for outfield, maybe we let go of Basquette, bring in a new left fielder, and then maybe let go of Korn and bring in a backup outfielder who's younger. Let's see what's out there. Okay. So right away, Harmony Strauss jumps off the page to me. He's a young catcher that's pretty good overall. Sting McGee would not be a bad backup as well. Outside of them, I don't see anybody else I would want to sign. Let's see, over at third base, we have some good starters in McStevens and Mushada and Mustachio, who we will not be able to afford, so we're going to avoid them. Then we got next youngest option is run to third, who's a B+. I would be okay with bringing her in. Then next up we have Xander Rivers, a 26-year-old B-. He is better than Brown. He's a better contact hitter, better runner, better arm, but he does not field. So much like Brown, he can't field for shit. And he also doesn't hit for power. But Brown didn't hit a single home run last season, so power is not really something I need, because I got plenty of it from Pitts, Jackman, and Reddier, so I guess I'm okay without him. Another option would be, well, Hanley Dexterez. The man, the myth, the legend himself. We can't afford him, so we're not even going to bother. So left field, we got Brian Pickleford, who's 30 years old. I wouldn't be right with bringing him in. Evergreen's too old. Gio Axelson would be a good replacement for Basquette based on the youth factor. She's a better hitter than Basquette as well, so that would work out well. She's just not as good defensively. Then we also need a backup outfielder, maybe someone like Cohen Orr, who is the contact versus left-handers trait. Or maybe someone like maybe Vinny Vortex as a backup. That could be a possibility. Even though he is older. Probably regress. Dominique Birdsine, nice young outfielder. I like that. Got some traits. And then we got Kenneth Costa, corner outfielder. That would work. Alright, that's what we're looking at. Okay, that's what we do. We marked our targets. Let's skip ahead 5 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 5 rounds down. See if anybody made any moves that are worth noting here. Alright, so the first round's where all the action's going to be here to start, and then it'll peter off. So grapplers make the first move. They bring back Biff Noggins. Then the buzzards pick up Chili Little. Sawtooth bring in Tarzan Woodburn. Sawtooth also bring in our former closer Kay Frequin. And then Herbisaurs bring in Izzy Baker to fill Stokes' spot for the time being. Sturdy Woodman, our former first baseman, goes to the Moose, replacing Fred Bobbitt. Interesting. Sterlings pick up Dick Berger. Herbisaurs also signed Huckenduck to their bullpen. Oh my god. Well, they did lose Elric Rippon and I think Chombo, so Nemesis signed Tats Balfour. Jacks get Jeffrey Jenkins. Nemesis pick up Betty Sparks from the Jacks. Nice. Moving teams in division there. Nobody signed in the second round. Third round, Wild Pigs get Patience Evergreen, the former outfielder for us, so we'll see her a lot in the next season if she stays on the team. Beavles pick up Ruby Green. They re-signed her. Probably a good move for them. She's good off the bench. And next round, doesn't look like anything moves were made. Then Kent Ratherswell goes to the Sandcats. Okay, good for him. See him once a year maybe. Alright, and that's it. Okay, so it looks like everyone else is still out here. Strauss down to 11-2. McGee down to 11-2 as well, so they're not in danger of being signed anytime soon. Moving down the list here to third base. Run to third is at 14-3. Not worried about her yet. Rivers down to 7-6. He's okay. Pickleford sitting at 10-5. Axelson at 5 million even. She's probably getting ready to be signed here rather quickly. I would say maybe about 4.5 mil is her stop point. So maybe around Basquet's price point. Okay. I'll let her get down to like maybe 4.7 and then bring her in. So we'll need to only skip ahead 1 round at a time. Vortex and Orr here. Orr at 6.8. Vortex at 6.5. Burnside at 8.9. And Costa at 7.5. Okay, so none of them being close to signed yet. Kaiser sitting at 13.5. Not bad. Not bad. Bobbert 7.5. Respectable. Still a little expensive. Galindo at 8.9. Also a little expensive as well. Peck at 10.7. Broseph at 12. 7.7 for Bates. McBride at 7.3 and Martinez at 7.3. Not worried about any of them just yet. Lou, of course, is at 2 million even, so he would be signable. But I think I'm going to hold off since I've still got all those guys on the list. Move ahead 1 round here. See if anyone gets picked up. So let's get Javier Haudier, the former Nemesis second baseman. Okay. Heaters bring in Roberto Alba, the former Wild Pigs third baseman. Okay, nice. Axelson's at 4.9. Okay, 1 more round. And around 7, Sirloins get Splash Cashmore. Okay, former Heaters reliever. Axelson at 4.7 now. She's at the sign point. Lauderbury off the Grapplers, replaced by starter Jared Capps, former Crocodons pitcher. Wild Pigs get Harmony Strauss. Damn it, they overpaid for her big time. They replace Enrique Goya. Well, of course, they're only down to 1 catcher, so. And they just signed Evergreen, so they can sacrifice Goyo. Alright, well that means there's only 1 catcher left on the board for us. That's McGee. And he is still way too expensive. If they sign him for anything more than 8 million, they overpaid on him dramatically. He is not worth that much. Especially for being 29 years old. Nah, hard pass. Okay, so I'm going to make the move now to bring in... yeah, I think we're going to bring in... Although Pickleford is a solid player in his own right, he is 30 years old, so he's close to the regression point. So I think, based on that, I'm going to go for youth here, and I'm going to bring Axelson in to replace Basquette. It's going to be a little bit overpraying, and she's not a good fielder or a good power threat, but she has better contact and she has better speed, so that'll work in her favor moving forward. Plus, she is 6 years younger, so she has places to grow. Well, she has the time to grow, I should say. So Basquette is gone, Axelson is in. That's our first move of the offseason. Nice. Okay. So with that, I'm going to take Pickleford off the list here. That way I'm not already did it. Okay, good. Orr is going to be the next target. Either him or Burnside. I'm leaning away from Vortex just because of how old he is. So take him off the list. Okay. And then pitching. 12-3. We got 6-7 and 7-9. Nowhere near. Peck at 9-6, 10-8, 7-1, 6-7, and 6-7. Okay. Nothing yet for those guys. Okay, let's go. Crocodons pick up Randy Mann, the former Hot Corners backup middle infielder. And Crocodons also signed Pumper Lumpkins. Alright, next round. Wild Pigs get Pomptucci, our former backup first baseman, so we'll see him a couple times a year. He'll be playing backup to Wagner, though, so interesting. And then through round 10, Tippy Davila, the hotshot new catcher, is replacing Wiggles Freeman on the Grapplers. That's a good upgrade. Sandcats pick up backup middle infielder Sammy Shigatani. Tanny or Tawny? I can't remember. And then Beefcake McStevens signs with the Sandcats, replacing Winston Draper. That is a big upgrade there at third base. So Kawaguchi is no longer the starter. Wow, that is an upgrade. Alright, let's look at the targets here. McGee down to $9 million. He's still way too expensive for his age and price point and overall grade. Run to third, 11-3, still a little high. Rivers at 6-1. He's getting a little closer to being signed, I think. Maybe get him down to like $5 million or less and then pick him up. Cohen Orr, he's at 5-4. He's still good to go. I think we get him closer to like 4.5, maybe $4 million. And then Burnside, he's at 7. He can still drop a little bit. I'd just pick him up for maybe like 5.5 because of his traits. And then Costa, with his trait, he's pretty close to being signed as well. So let's see. They're both weak fielders. Burnside has a good arm. Costa's is average. Burnside's got above average speed. Costa is slow as anything. Costa drops bombs. Burnside doesn't. Burnside is only an average hitter, while Costa's below average. So Costa is a boom player. So he drops bombs, but he can't field, so he's like a DH. Which we have filled by Reddier at the moment. And then Burnside, he is a contact hitter who can come off the bench maybe. Got a good arm maybe, but he can't catch. So there are weaknesses with both picks here, but I think I'll let it slide for now. Starters, 10-6. Alright, Kaiser's getting a little close. Bovert's at 5-8. He's getting close. Galindo's at 7. She's got a minute to go. Peck's at 8-7. He's close. Brosep's still a little expensive. Bates, 6-3. He's getting close to what we'll need to sign him for. Maybe like 5-5, I think. McBride, he's at 5-9. He's close. And Martinez is at 5-8. He's got a while to go. He's got to get under 5. Or about 5 because he is specialist. So they'll overpay for that. Alright, round 11. Rhymes goes to the Sawteeth, our former starter. She's replacing Libby Doe. Interesting. Jacks get Jerry Ronner from the Wide Loads, replacing Keisha Mushara. Okay, so nothing doing there. One more round. Alright, Rally Overo goes to the Buzzards, replacing Layla Buckberger. Vinny Vortex goes to the Herbisaurs, replacing Steve O'Reeves. That's a good upgrade there. Okay. Alright, one more. Okay. No signings. Oh, I like it. Okay, now we're in a tough spot here. McGee's at 8-1. He's still a little bit expensive. I want to get him down to like maybe 7.5 maybe. If not, I'll just stick with backstop, I guess. Let's see what else we got. Round to third. She's about where she would be signed for, but I don't know. Rivers at 5.5. He'd be a good spot to make a move now, probably. Bring him on for maybe Fair or Fordo. But Fordo's a good fielder. And for Fair, he's a better hitter. Better contact hitter, better speedster, better arm. Fordo can play anywhere in the infield. Rivers can play third and second. So that would give me 2 people who can play third. 3 people that can play second. 2 people that can play short. 3 people that can play short. 3 people who play first. And 3 people who play third as well. That'd be a good move, I guess. But I want to keep Fair. He's got better upside, I think. Ooh, this is tough. Him or a Fordo. I mean, we don't really use pinch hitters that often because we're in the league that uses a DH, so keeping Fair is probably the dumber move in this context. So I think I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to let Fair go, and I'm going to bring in Rivers. I think that's the play here. I think we make this move. Alright, so Fair is gone. Rivers is on. He'll be starting at third base next season over Brown, who needs to improve his fielding if he wants to get that spot back. Alright, and then other moves here. Let's see. Or he's at 4.8, so he's getting ready to be signed. Costa's at 5.3. He might be getting ready to be signed. Same with Burnside. Well, Burnside's a little expensive, but he does have the 2 extra traits. So people are willing to overpay him. Let's see. So it looks like, let's see, Costa wins in power over Burnside, but Burnside wins in contact and speed and fielding and arm. So Burnside is the better overall player. Plus he has tough out to help on 2 strike counts, and he has contact versus righties when a right-hander's on the hill. So Burnside would be the smart move. And between him and Orr, let's see, Burnside's faster, Burnside has better contact, Orr is better power, Burnside's a better fielder, and a better arm as well. Okay, so Burnside would be better than Orr. Okay, it's a tough move. I think I want to get Kaiser down to like 9 million maybe, and then bring him in to save some money under Mason. Bobbert's at 5.2. I think I can get him under 5 before signing him. Galindo's got a while to go still. Peck is under 8. He might get ready to be picked up soon. Broseph, he's at 8.5. He's might be getting close as well. Maxton Bates, 5.7. Okay. 5.3 for McBride. I think I would go for Bates over McBride. But Martinez does have specialist. What's our bullpen look like? We have a lefty, righty, and farmhand, a righty, and Lupinovich. We could use a lefty. You're right. We could use a lefty. And Martinez is a lefty. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. I think we go one more round on those. See who stays. Okay, Hovind Bambino signs to the Overdogs, replacing Casper Stern. That's a good upgrade there. Spitz McKinney to the Buzzards, replaces Auguste Jeterson. Oh, replaced by Jeterson. Okay, good move, good move. Respect it. Ham Slamus off the Buzzards, replaced by Hito Moonshada. Good upgrade. Buzzards making moves here. Jesus. All right, everybody stays. Okay. So now the question is, what do we do? I'm in a tough spot here. And Peck has composed too. I'm surprised he's dropped this low. I don't know. Alright. I think we got to make the move to bring Martinez in, just because we do need a lefty in the bullpen, and he is specialist, so bringing him in is a good move. Nice young arm there. And that only ate up $5 million of the cap space for us. We still got to replace Wassell as well. Honestly, could bring in Lou, but I don't want to shoot the bullpen in the foot just yet. McBride, I think I'm going to let him go. I mean, honestly, I would like another lefty. So maybe Brosep's the play, but Peck is 23 and so is Bates. So they're both pretty good options here. Ooh, I don't know. It's a tough one. We either have 3 righties and a lefty, or 2 lefties and 2 righties. I think I'm gonna let it ride one more round and see what happens. Yeah, and then for starters, we'll let it ride one more round as well. Let's see other players here. McGee at 7.8. I want to get him to like 7.5. And then let's see for the outfield slot. Let's see. All 3 are still here. Honestly, I like players with better fielding. So Orr is out. Burnside or Costa, they're only 1 year apart. Burnside is the better player. They both suck at fielding. Burnside does have speed and he's got a good arm. Burnside's also a better contact hitter, but he's still pretty weak. Whereas Costa is a good power hitter, but he has no contact. He can't field and he can't throw or run. So he's a DH, but we already have a DH, so I think Costa, signing him is redundant. I think bringing in Burnside's a smart move here. And for $6 million over Corn here, that'd be a good upgrade. Only going to cost 2.3 mil as well. And I don't want to run the chance of losing out on him, so let's go. Bring him in. Especially since he's only 21 years old, so yeah, he's much younger than her. Alright, let's go. One more round. Alright, so who else signs? Nobody. Everyone else stays. Okay. I like it. Now the question becomes, how do you want to proceed? Alright, so first move we're going to do is we're going to bring on Kaiser to replace Mason because he's better overall. He's got more pitches, which I like. Well, he's got the same amount of pitches, but he is better rated and he is cheaper, and Mason got absolutely lit up last year, so I'm okay with getting a guy who's a little bit older if it means he's actually going to do some work out there. So let's bring in Kaiser. Save $500,000 right there. Alright, he's in. And then we might replace Hogswind here. She is already 25, and we could go for someone like Galindo. So I want to get her down to 5.5, or we can go with Bobbert. He's still here. Also still need to make a move with that last pitching slot. So how are we going to do this? Let it ride. One more round. Alright, let's look. Hanley Dexter is re-signed by the B-Wolves, so that's a good move for them. They do have to drop Freddie Knox, though. Sandcats bring back their backup catcher, Stracy Wickers. Sting McGee is picked up by the Sawteeth, unfortunately, to replace Lester Bronco, so we're not going to upgrade backup catcher this year. Mario Mustachio signs to the Platypi, replacing Poke Foster. Sirloin signed Prawn Overly, replacing Javier Haudier, who they signed earlier this free agent period. Sebastian Moro, the long reliever, replaces Omar Chambo on the Herbisaurs. That's it, okay. And there's still some pretty good backup catcher options here, namely Goodwood and Young Sr., but 43 and 35, little too old for me, so I'm going to let it slide. Let's see. Okay. Now for pitching. Let's see, Bobbert's down to 4.7, Galindo's down to 5.6. Keep going on both of them. Pardon me, Jesus. Peck at 7-1, 7-7 for Broseph, 5-2 for Bates. I think we got to bring in Bates now because I don't think he's going to go another round without being picked up. I think now's the time to make the move, yeah. Bring him on to replace Wassell. And then if those guys get cheaper, then bring them in. But I think we'll go with 3 righties and a lefty in the bullpen. Also have a right-handed specialist and a left-handed specialist, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so Bates is the play. I'll bring him in. Replace Wassell. So both the bullpen vacancies has been filled. We're going to keep Galindo and Bobbert on here just to see if we can bring them in. I don't expect Peck or Broseph to get down as cheaply as just signed him, what's his name? Bates did, so we'll see who picks them up. Really, I just want to see who gets them. One more round here. Alright, so after Bates, B-Wolves bring in Bertha Banks. They re-sign her. Meek Comley goes to the Moonstars. Okay. Who's on the, I want to say the Herbisaurs last year. Kerry Wayward off the Overdogs, replaced by Slip Sauter. Camille Sosa goes to the Wide Loads. Nemesis signed Narub Wonga, replacing Whopper Batsman. Good upgrade there. Peck goes immediately to the Grapplers, as I said he would. Broseph re-signed by the Hot Corners. That's a good move for them. Get him a little cheaper, I think. Nerdwood goes to the Overdogs. Boris Bigsworth goes to the Moonstars. Isaac Bobbert is picked up by the Hot Corners. Sloop Whoopity goes to the Platypi. Clyde Oliver goes, replaced by Sactasong on the Moonstars. Oh, geez, their lineup just took a big jump. And Galindo gets picked up by the Moonstars to replace Def Weddams. You cunts. Okay. So maybe we aren't replacing our 4th pitcher? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, Kerry Wayward's out there. She is better overall than Hogswind, and she's younger too, so she might be the answer, but I'm going to need to let her get a little cheaper before we bring her in. McBride is still out there, which I'm surprised by, but don't think we can bring him back after the scandal. I think that's where I draw the line. And let's see other positions. Any good catchers still? Nope, just the really old guys. Okay. Next round. Wayward's still out there. Heaters pick up Ice Vayner, the closer from the Sandcats. Buzzards pick up Lou DeBaziz, who was released by the Crocodons last year. Nemesis get Annabelle Stokes from the Nemesis. Ryder McBride goes to the Buzzards. Buzzards also get Wiggles Freeman. Moose bring in Kason Fuller, the rookie center fielder. Violets pick up Latoya Lundberg again. They bring her back. They also bring in Chance Lauderberry for the bullpen. Amy Zoner to the Moonstars, replacing Eliza Gobelson. She was on the Moose. Max Texas is off the Buzzards, replaced by Duran Wonderfloss, the starter from the Moonstars. Violets pick up rookie closer Tony Roscoe. Buzzards signed Cheyenne Hill from the Blowfish. Nemesis signed Frank Battery, replacing Mick Seal, so Wild Pigs missed their catcher from last year. Next round. Blowfish bring in Anton Goodwood, the former Overdogs backup starting catcher. Hawkwinners bring in rookie third baseman Jamie Bridges. Melody Moods goes to the Buzzards, replaced by Cora Richards. Buzzards bring in Gabby Ganez in right field, the former Nemesis player. Blowfish pick up rookie Preston Ardcore for the bullpen. Emilio Adoya's off the Buzzards, replaced by Spitz Snell, the rookie middle infielder. Blowfish bringing Dano Yoshida, formerly of the Buzzards. Gina Torrens off the B-Wolves, replaced by Kenneth Costa, the rookie corner outfielder. B-Wolves bringing Cohen Orr, the rookie outfielder. Buzzards sign Javier Haudier, replacing Cheyenne Hill. Wow, that move was made pointless. Run to third, picked up by the Moose. Good for them. Buzzards bringing Whopper Batsman, and Blowfish bringing Jess Fowl from the Sandcats. One more round here. Overdogs bringing Alberto Roberto, replacing Chasey Kim. Overdogs bringing Benny Balmer. Bale Bozzers off the wide loads, replaced by Chiron Throne, so they swap teammates. Wide loads bring in rookie first baseman Ministry McHustle. Ooh, that's a good name. I like that one. Ronimus Jackson goes to the Overdogs, replacing Hovind Bambino, the former Moose outfielder. Overdogs also signed Poke Foster. Heaters bringing Kobe Kingman, replacing Antonio Levo. Junior Young Senior to the Overdogs, replacing Rhonda Horn. And Cheyenne Hill goes to the Moose. One more round here. Crocodons bringing Hovind Bambino from the Nemesis. No, not the Nemesis Grapplers. They also bring in Brian Pickleford from the Nemesis. There we go. Bigsby signs to the Moose, replacing Run to third, so okay, cutting some cap. Moose also bringing Godfred Storm, the utility player. Utility outfielder and first baseman. Let's see, Sturdy Woodman off the Moose, replaced by Thurman Colt. And Crocodons bring in Irene Fast, former Moose right fielder. Interesting. Wayward. Getting close. Still there. Fonzo Delgado's off the Blowfish, replaced by Run to third. Good upgrade there at third base, as she will back up Gutterson, I think. Unless Gutterson retired, I'm not too sure. I didn't see him retire. Only people who retired were Russell and Staples. Wally Bacon's off the Wild Pigs, replaced by veteran Andre Candela from the Crocodons. Log Freely's off the Jacks, replaced by Madoka Hayata, the former Sirloin's third baseman. And the Sawteeth bring in Sturdy Woodman, our former first baseman, to take over duties for Tarzan Woodburn. We're down to $3 million. That is the price point I want. Actually, can we get her for the same price as Hogsman? That would be nice. One more. Okay, that's perfect. I'll bring her in now. Willard Wiggins off the Sirloins, replaced by veteran third baseman Theodore Stiffner, formerly of the Heaters. Alright, there we go. Bring him Wayward for Hogsman. We get a better pitcher for the same price, and she's 2 years younger. Score. Okay. Let's see, any good backup catchers? There are no catchers. Fuck. Okay. Gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Rhonda Horn is out there, formerly of the Overdogs. Nice. Got decent players in Quaker and Burko, and then Torrens, Ham Slamis, Log Freely, Spitz McKinney, Lester Bronco, and some decent backups. You got Levo, Idoya, Bobbitt, Freddie Knox, he's pretty young, Wally Bacon, Fonzo Delgado, Willard Wiggins, Enrique Goyo, and Cash Basquet, who's still out there. I want to see if her or Fair gets signed here. Any other of my former players out here? There we go. I just want to see if any of our former players are still out here besides those guys. Oh, Kennecorn's out there. I want to see if any of them get picked up. And of course, starters here. Got Mason, who's still out here. Hogswind, I want to see if she gets signed. I think that's it. Yeah, we didn't have any of these guys. Okay. Alright, one move. Perry Quaker to the Moonstars, replacing Rusty Bustum as they upgrade first base. Libby Doe to the Blowfish, replacing Julio Hooper, their closer. Fred Bobbitt goes to the Herbisaurs, replacing Izzy Baker, so he swaps rivals. He's going to the defending champions. And let's end the offseason here. Alright. Let's see. Any moves? Hold on. This is going to be a minute. Wafting, wafting. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh my god. Oh dear lord, it's still going. Hey, we're still going, still going, still going. Oh my god, it's still going. There's so many lists, so little time. Oh good lord, keep going. Alright, there we go. Arf Mason goes to the Crocodons. Good for him. Picked up, replaced Tia Mayfair, one of their relievers. Bubbles Garcia to the Heaters, replacing by Stu Burko. Or he's off the Heaters. Okay, good for them. Alright, but yeah, so Fair, Basquette, Hogswind, and Korn will begin the year as free agents. Okay, interesting. Alright. Any good young players here that we need to star? I mean, Freddie Knox, Casper Stern, Nick Steele, Wally Bacon, Goyo, and Garcia. I go no older than 29. And you got Hogsman and Chambo, Mayfair, Rippin, Huckster, and Marshwater. None of these guys are actually any good. I don't even know why I have them starred. I just want to keep Hogsman starred because she is our former pitcher. I want to see where she goes. Let's see, for these guys, I don't like Stern. I don't like Steele. Bacon, he's alright. Basquette, I want to see where she goes. Freddie Knox, he's alright. Korn, I want to see where she goes. Goyo's a little old. Same with Garcia, so I'll let both of them go. Okay. Great. Awesome. Okay, let's set the lineups here as we sim up to our first game this season. I'm not even paying attention. Wild Pigs looks like they won their first game. Good for them. Continuing their winning streak from last season. Hot Corners win. Pie to Pie lose the shutout loss 4-0. Overdogs beat the Jackson extra innings 3-2. Heaters edge out the Wide Loads 6-1. And the Crocodons beat the Grapplers 8-3. Defending champs Herbisaurs win their first game against the Moose 4-2. That's a playoff rematch there. And then Nemesis against Buzzards. Buzzards rally to win 5-4. Final one, Blowfish and Sirloins here. And Sirloins edge them out 7-3. We will be taking on the Sawteeth, it looks like, on opening day, which is the only time we'll play them this season. Good for us. Alright, let's take a look. They're going to have their ace, second-year man, Fabio Fabulo. And we're going to have Winnie Noel on the hill for us. Our ace from last season. Good. Looks like we're contact specialists now. Our defense is still absolute shit, but our speed went up, power went down, contact went way up. Rotation went up a little bit, and bullpen is a little down from last year, but I think it's about the same spot maybe. Let's set the lineup here. Here's how it's going to look for opening day. Brickhouse will lead off in center. Pitts, the second-year man, at first base. Reddier will DH. Jackman will be playing shortstop in the 4-hole. Stiff Bottom will bat 5th at catcher. Bayless and Wright will bat 6th. Graves at second will bat 7th. Rookie Xander Rivers will bat 8th at third base, and new addition left fielder Gia Axelson will play in left. I actually just want to check and make sure that he is actually a rookie here. Is he a rookie? He is. Okay, good. So that did not lie. Okay. Great. Awesome. And then we got the rookie Burnside off the bench. Perfect. Alright, Kaiser, we just signed. He's in his second season. Bates is a rookie, I believe. He is. Fantastic. Martinez, also a rookie. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We'll take on the Sawteeth on the first game next season. Here's a look at the moves we made in the offseason. Kept our core of the batting lineup together. We bring in some backup options. Backup outfielder Dominic Burnside and right. Gia Axelson, the new left fielder, she'll be starting. New starting third baseman rookie Xander Rivers will take over for Brown. We also dropped Landon Fair. He was dropped for Rivers, actually. We bring in Axelson to take over for Basquette, and we bring in Burnside to replace Kenneth Korn off the bench. And then for pitching, obviously we replace R.F. Mason, who got absolutely shelled last year. We bring in Noah Kaiser from the hot corners. We also let go of Hogs when we get a little bit better in the fourth pitcher slot, as we bring in Carrie Wayward of the Buzzards, as she was released during the free agent period. We hang on to Farmhand, we hang on to Lupinovich. Steamboat was retire, so we bring in rookie right-hander Maxton Bates. And we also, Ryder McBride leaves in a scandal, so we bring in rookie left-handed specialist Augustus Martinez to fill his slot in the bullpen. So that's how the club looks. We made some moves. We're ready to start year number 2 and hopefully turn this franchise around, as we missed the playoffs by 1 game last season. Let's see what we can do in year number 2. Until next time, guys, this is the Nasty One, signing off.